So here's an unboxing and setup of the Maono podcast system. It comes with this unit and the microphone, and it connects to GarageBand, and you can use it for recording podcasts or pretty well anything else you want. So let's open her up. It starts off with a number of templates and things that we'll just skip over. At the top level, there's the unit itself. It has two mic inputs, master controller, a variety of settings. I'll show you in some inputs on the back. On the left box, it comes with a USB cable that we'll use to connect to your laptop. And on the other side, it has a number of audio cables that are used to connect to peripheral devices, particularly iPhone, in case you want to play back some music or something like that from the iPhone. The next level down has the microphone components. And what's in them are the microphone base and the stand. And to put these together, you basically start, make sure that's threaded on, and then just spin the base till it's secure. Pop this unit up a tiny bit. And then you put the shock mount for the microphone. That goes on here. The microphone itself is in this plastic case, and it should always be stored in plastic so that no other stuff gets into it. And you can just push it right into the shock mount here, gingerly spreading it to open it up. And it mounts with the name of it at the front. That's the front. Okay, there's also a wind sock to avoid P's and S's and other plosives. And there's a XLR cable for connecting it up to the unit itself. So you connect the XLR to the bottom of the mic, and the other end goes into, we'll connect it to mic 1 on the Maono. Next you hook up the USB cable. It has USB-C on one end and USB-A on the other. The C end goes into the unit. And the other one goes into your laptop. Once you're ready to go, you press and hold the power button until this little light comes on, and you're set to go. So the first thing we want to do is get the microphone working. This is a condenser mic, so it needs to have 48 volts. So we press the 48 volt button to start. And then as we're speaking into it, we're going to bring up the gain until we start to see some regular peak lights here in the green. We don't want it to be too loud, because if you see red lights there, it's going to be distorted. So you back it off until you're seeing some peak green, but no orange or red. All right, now once that's ready to go, you can turn up the mic volume. And usually I find it between 7 and 8 is going to be pretty good for that. I'm going to put a little more gain here so you can see that the mic level is now in the green. If I go too close, again, it gets too hot. But for the normal speaking voice, it's just fine. Between 7 and 8 typically. Now, that's showing the microphone is working, but if I want to adjust the output, I need to turn up the mix. And I generally turn up the mix so that they're about the same level. And now I'm speaking, and you've got it both on the mic and the mix output. That means it's going to go to the laptop. And next I'll show you how to record in GarageBand. Okay, so now we've opened GarageBand, and we're going to pick the project voice template. And we now need to select what our input and output are. So we go to GarageBand Preferences, and we're going to change the input device to the Maono Podcaster. And now we're all set. This is GarageBand, and you can see that the podcast output is now coming into this channel 1. My voice works best with narration vocal. Yours might be different. Right vocal. And for fuzz vocal, nobody really likes that one. So just pick the one that works best for you. For me, I'm going to use narration vocal. Another set of settings down at the bottom are important. Here's compression. So it keeps the S's and P's and T's from getting overloaded. The EQ, so I'm going to turn down a bit too much low for me, a little more high and a little more mid. And you can also increase the amount of reverb. Now reverb, which is kind of like a big hall, but it's a bit artificial. There's another one called ambience, which gives you just a little more room sense, and that one works pretty well. And now you just hit record, and you're ready to record your own podcast using the Maono Caster and GarageBand.